Yeah, so this is just our second episode, Solar Punk Talks. Um, Today we're talking about natural building using hay bales, wood, stick framing, and um,
Yeah,
hempcrete, earthen floors. There's a lot of different natural building things. You
no,
know what our earthen floor is?
no. Is that like a dirt floor?
Yep. But
What if it rains?
well, you keep it dry, but you like seal it. You like compact the dirt really hard, and then you seal it in with like a oil and like kind of like make an oil dirt mixture, and it like becomes like a smooth, glassy surface.
Whoa! Tell me more.
It's like an
Listen up, guys.
yeah. So
I bet.
um, earthen floors could be a good option for
How long does
basements
that
in
last?
a lot of places. I don't know. You have to maintain them. I don't know. They're not honestly as good as concrete. Concrete is a little better.
Yeah. How long? What's the environmental impact of the concrete?
Well, it's pretty high to make concrete. There's a lot of carbon emissions.
Oh yeah, because they use like chemicals in it.
Yeah, they dig up like limestone or lime, and then they heat it up and make fly ash or something like that. Ash.
Potash? Or is that
Similar.
different?
I think it's different. It's like it's like rock ash.
Get this away from me.
It's just too good. The new Lacroix.
Yeah. Sorry, we can cut that part out.
No,
I
we'll
just
keep it in. Yeah, potash is like potassium and made from like it's like wood ash kind of, and it's high in potassium. But that's where potassium comes from. It's potassium.
Oh yeah, I remember.
You learn about that on Veritasium.
I think it might have been a Veritasium video that I learned about potash. I've seen like almost all of them, so
Yeah. Well, there's algae cement, or there's cement that can be made from bacteria, like genetically modified bacteria or algae.
sorry, I don't know why I'm laughing.
Well, it's pretty funny actually.
No, it's not. Just keep going.
um, but it absorbs all the CO2 that it releases when you activate it because you still have to heat it up. So I'm thinking you have this algae that is absorbing carbon dioxide and producing whatever whatever the mineral is that like seashells produce.
Uh, I can't tell you that one. So
Yeah,
what? Calcium?
yeah, it's like some with calcium, and it also has like probably a little carbon in it, probably a little something
Some
else.
creatine?
Yeah, no, it's different than chitin or creatine or whatever. But then you dry it out, the algae that has cement in it, and then you heat it up to activate the cement so that you can set it using water.
Yeah.
But you could heat it up using solar thermal arrays, like solar parabolic solar reflectors that collect solar thermal energy and then directly use that in the process of converting this like biological product into um, cement ash.
Okay.
As part of our like solar pump infrastructure project is have a algae cement farm.
Okay.
So put that on your list.
Algae cement farm. Okay, so back to the huts though. We're gonna use this.
Yeah, our building, our natural building. So then we'll have a green source of concrete for our buildings.
Oh yeah, gotta have that.
And we could do. We could even experiment a little bit with like 3D printing homes.
Homes?
Have you
Yeah.
seen the 3D printed concrete?
Oh yeah, we could try that.
Yeah,
We can give it a go. I think we need like a fish pond,
yeah. We're gonna have. Well, I think we gotta
like
have
a
an.
stagnant bog.
uh, yeah, but I think we gotta have like a tilapia farm that's hooked up to an aquaponics system where we got plants filtering the um, tilapia, and we also give the tilapia
Food?
no, algae as food. A lot of tilapia farms they use like fish byproduct to feed them, which
They
is
just use fish to feed the other fish?
yeah.
It's
But
crazy.
tilapia in nature only eat algae, so it's like just feed them algae only. Like when you just feed
But
tilapia
can they grow
algae,
that much algae to sustain how much fish they're making?
well, we're gonna have an algae farm already for our cement production, so we could just have another algae
Why not
farm
just get rid of the tilapia and then we have more algae?
because we feed the algae to the tilapia.
Well, we need algae to make concrete.
I know. We have industrial. We'll have like
And then what do we do to the tilapia? What's it
large
doing for us?
ponds feeding us.
Oh, we eat the tilapia?
Yeah.
Okay, I can get down.
Solar punk is not necessarily vegetarian or vegan. Even a lot of vegetarians eat fish.
Well, I'm just saying, like, we would let them die naturally.
Produced by
No, we're
sun.
gonna be eating good
Yeah.
with a nice local cut of meat. Um, got some surf and turf, baby.
True. Yeah. So, and then we could also have natural swimming ponds, like a swimming pool, but it would keep the water really clean and clear.
Yeah,
But we just use plants to filter it, and then we have fish in there. So it's like a really clear pond pool, and we make it like natural with like rocks, and there's fish, but it just stays really clear because we have a lot of aquatic plants filtering the water.
yeah.
But
Who knows?
this type of moss, it can filter water really well. It's what the bogs in England have. You know the
They have a
bogs.
bunch of them there, so then it's like really clean water.
Yeah, you know the bogs. They're like really clear, even though they're stagnant. And it's because of the type of moss that's growing in
We
there.
should
And
watch a YouTube video about this later.
yeah, true. And but you can also use that type of moss and stuff it in a pool filter, and then it will reduce the amount of chlorine you got to put in your pool by like 80%.
You
If you
just got a
just
little bit of algae in it.
no algae, it's moss.
Oh, moss? Oh yeah, we just got a little
It's a
bit of moss.
moss.
It just floats in the water.
No, it's in a filter, and the pool like cycled naturally pushes the water through a filter, anyways.
But wouldn't that be bad for the moss to be constantly like rinsed?
You'd be surprised. It's pretty tough moss.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah,
So how much chlorine do you get to put in after it?
less. It's like 60% less or something.
Well, what if we just did the entire bottom or like the walls moss?
Yeah,
You know, you can have a lot more moss.
yeah. We could integrate the moss naturally into the pond, and then also have
Just make sure the water cycles, you know, a little bit.
biofilters. We have um, on the sides. There's like a whole way to design natural swimming ponds, but you make like a wall on the sides, and you have gravel filled in, and then you have a tube going that sucks water through the gravel down on the sides, sucks water through the gravel. It goes into this tube, and then the tube goes out into the pond a little bit, and the tube goes up, but also there's an air, there's compressed air bubbling up through it, and that's what creates the suction. Is the compressed air being pumped into it, floating up, and that so it's a pretty low power solution to having like aerated filtered water.
It makes sense.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. So Yeah, we can have
What kinds of creatures and shit?
yeah, like methane digesters, and then after it goes through a methane digester, we dry the sludge out, and then we put the dried sludge into a pyrolysis chamber, pyrolyze it. It produces just solid chunks of carbon, and we get fuel.
Get the heck out of there.
It produces fuel,
Oh, my bad.
and then yeah, we get the heck out of there with the fuel. No, but then so it does carbon sequestration and produces fuel at the same time from waste, and we could power it all with solar power. Have a solar power facility um, that uses solar thermal and solar photovoltaics both in the process. I mean, we use like the solar, like electric solar panels for like running pumps and stuff, and then we have the solar thermal panels for doing like biomass pyrolysis or like the sludge pyrolysis or plastic pyrolysis or activating the cement in the cement process.
Yeah.
So we can have like a nice big facility with a bunch of solar array collectors, and that would process our waste into fuel and produce cement and be a form of carbon sequestration because it would produce like activated charcoal basically would come out of the process. So we could take that activated charcoal and just bury it in a landfill, and we could produce tons of this per year, and we could just bury all of this carbon in a landfill
Yeah.
as a form of carbon sequestration. Then we could sell carbon credits to companies because we'd be actually capturing carbon from the atmosphere that was going to be wasted, and we put it underground. So that's another solution that's coming from the Solar Punk Foundation.
Yeah, basically we're thinking. We've been a lot of thinking lately.
We're thinking big, and
We're gonna keep
just
everyone updated for sure.
we're gonna do infrastructure projects one step at a time.
Yeah, we can film old construction projects, but like put it on 2 times speed and like do like royalty free music on it, so it look and like edit it really nice. So
Yeah.
like it, but like make it look like we're doing like primitive crafts.
Oh, do like primitive technology style.
Yeah,
Yeah, that could be cool. That could catch on. We could try that. Um, who
I'll
knows?
be the video editor too.
Yeah, yeah. We can both work on video editing. Split up the tasks. We'll just pump out content.
Been using DaVinci Resolve,
Really.
software. Yeah,
Um,
it's pretty easy.
yeah. I just use iMovie. I don't know. Is DaVinci Resolve free? Open
Yeah,
source?
it's a free one.